welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to film this video. I feel like it's Christmas for any homeschool parent when you finally have your curriculum picked out for the upcoming year and you have everything in front of you and you're able to sort it out. Anyway, I'm excited. I picked everything out for my third grader to be for next year. So I think I'm going to do two videos. It might drag a little if I do everything all at once. So I'm going to do math and language arts in this video. So let's just jump into it. So for the main core, like language arts, you know, grammar, punctuation, phonics, everything, I went with Abeka, what is it called? Phonics and Language 2. She's going into third grade, but I know Abeka's advanced, so I don't want to like set her up for failure by giving her what she's supposed to go into. So we'll start with this and then see how she progresses, and then if anything, I'll just move her up into the next book. So this covers like everything you would need for language arts, but I also went ahead and got her some other supplement material to go with the language arts, just so that I have everything covered. So for writing, I got this Evan Moore Draw and Write, and it's sort of like, it gives you a little fun picture to draw, and it prompts you to think about what you're writing, and then it gives you like who did what, where, and like you have to fill it out. You have to write a couple sentences. So I thought it'd be fun for her just to have as a supplement for writing. Then to go along with that, we are working on Evan Moore spelling right now for second grade, but this book came along, and this one actually is also spelling, but it's like, it breaks it down a little bit more. I mean, it's a little bit more intense than Evan Moore, I would say. But what I found interesting was the author is Nancy Hall, and she's the creator of Explode the Code, which we are going into, like, this is our third or fourth book by them, and this is for phonics building. So she can practice and work on mastering this, and this she can do independently. Like, I told her what to do and she just does it. She knows the drill with this. So I have these two, they can go along with that, and I figured I'd give the spelling a try since it's the same creator and I like her stuff. And then to go along with that, we're going to be doing a lot of like read alouds. Right now we're working through White Fang, and then over the summer I want to focus on reading. So I got this like reading comprehension book by Spectrum. So how it works is you read the story, and then you have all these questions to answer, talk about. We're still working on her writing, so I would probably have her like not write full sentences, but at least answer. And I like that they have like synonyms and syllables and like stuff, that vocabulary words, like what's another word for this or that. Go back into the paragraph and find it, and makes her think. So I thought it would be neat to have this book with that. And then she's doing Handwriting Without Tears right now for handwriting. But my mom got this book for her last year and she wasn't ready. It's Cursive Logic for handwriting. So I'm thinking I'm going to introduce her to some handwriting starting in third grade, and have her just at least see how it goes, how you're supposed to move your hand, how you're supposed to hold the pencil, and what kind of posture. So we'll introduce her to that. But for language arts, I think that about covers it. And then like I said, we're going to do read alouds. She has what else does she have? I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, I think that covers it for language arts. If anything, I'll add to it like on need be basis down the road if she needs anything extra or she finishes one of the books. But for math, let me see what I have. 1 second, let me pull it. All right, I pulled it out. For math, going into third grade, I want something that she can pull out, and she doesn't need a lot of like guidance from me. Obviously I'll help her if she needs help with something, but I want her to be able to pull it out and go. So I did not want to splurge with the Becca. I know their curriculum is amazing. So I don't want to do like the digital videos and like where the teacher teaches them and all that stuff. So I looked into teaching textbooks, and it starts at level 3 and it goes up to like high school. But I did the placement test, and they also offer like you can do 15 lessons free for whichever level you choose before you decide to go with it. So she did level 3 in teaching textbooks right now. She was like above average. I feel like she mastered it super fast. She ran through it. So I did the level 4, and I feel like that is more on her grade level. So for teaching textbooks, I will, if it comes up, it's like an app, and it does a lesson or 2 a day, and it grades it, and like you as a teacher can look at the grades. You can go back and like erase it and make her redo it if she didn't do good. So that's what we're doing. But along with that, I wanted her to have like hands-on, where she can practice what she's learning. And I didn't go with teaching textbooks. I know they offer like a booklet you can borrow or buy. So I went with a Becca again, not the full program, just the workbook. So I got a Becca Arithmetic 3. But I didn't realize how advanced it was. Like she did, what did she do this year? She did the good and the beautiful for math, and then like toward the end we kind of stopped with it because it was just not what it was too much fluff. She was getting the hang of it, so it was just too repetitive. So I'm looking through the pages of a Becca, and it's already doing multiplication and everything, and this little girl hasn't even started it yet for 2nd grade with the good and the beautiful. So before she can get into this, because I really want her to utilize it next year, I went ahead and got the, what are they called? Times Tales program for her, which is a multiplication and division program that teaches them the times tables. Like you have to know the lower multiplication before you can get into, they teach you if you get the full package. But what's unique about this program is they have like a workbook and a DVD that tells you a story, like Mrs. Snowman went with Mr. Snowman, and they had, so the characters represent numbers, so they're number 8s, so 8 times 8, and they went out and they had to have 6 snow cones every day, 4 times a day, so 8 times 8 is 64. But they like intertwine all these little details into the little story, so the child retains the story, and then they can tell the story to themselves, and then they figure out what the multiplication problem is. So we've been loving that. We grabbed this so she can work on this over the summer so that she is more prepared for a Becca, because I don't want to set her up for success. Not success, failure. I want her to be successful, and I know if I push this on her, she's just going to be frustrated and like not get it. So we have that, and then the teaching textbooks, just so she can do the math, like if I'm doing something in the morning, So here's an example of what I'm talking about for the booklet. It tells you like a story, and then you memorize it, and then you can practice in the booklet. Like they have the questions about the story and what you learned. You have practice in the back, and then they have the flashcards you can cut out and utilize, and it shows you like the little characters, and it helps you remember the story. So we have this to work on. I'm going to focus with her over the summer on multiplication, and then I think she should be good to go into 3rd grade. Obviously not everybody learns it before 3rd grade, but I just want to set her up for success just in case, especially like since I did go ahead and purchase this and it came with the quizzes and booklets and everything. So we'll see how it goes, but I think that's it for language arts and math, and I will be back with the electives in like science and history and geography. Bye.